Welcome, everyone, to Topic Wonders number 37. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Steampunk Starraisin. What's up, Steampunk? Hello?
You hear me?
Okay, yes. Hey, Steampunk, what's up?
Not much, just waiting on the bus.
Okay, so what's been up with you? What have you been doing?
I applied for a press badge at Anime Expo. I never get it, though. I may linger at Anime Expo next month. That's July the 1st. Sometime this month, I think June 14th. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up again. I applied for press also at E3 Expo. And I may tailgate that convention if I can't get a press badge.
Okay. How you been, otherwise?
Okay, still working on In LA Without a Car. It's been a very long time editing because the director, he's kind of a perfectionist.
Good.
So we're going through everything scene by scene, like second by second.
The longer you do with the project, you'll have a job, right? Until.
Yeah, there's no problem. I'm making a little bit of money, but, not a lot.
Maybe this could lead to other jobs, though.
Maybe. I'm excited because it's got Michael J. Pollard in it. He's not super famous. He was in an episode of Star Trek, and he was in Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty. But he's got a famous connection. He's got really good industry name. He also was in a Robert Redford movie, so he knows Robert Redford, who hosts Sundance. So it greatly increases our chance, because it's his name, that we can get this movie into Sundance.
Yeah. Okay.
And I shot a couple of scenes for the movie, so now I'm actually involved in some of the production, but mostly just transitional stuff that he didn't think to shoot the first time when he shot the movie.
Right. Okay.
But because Kevin Kelly, the director of In LA Without a Car, He's been an actor. He's been in several movies, but mostly like low budget stuff. But he was a member of the Actors Guild and a member of the Actors Studio. That's where he met Michael J. Pollard, and he kind of sat on this project for 6 years. He shot most of what he wanted to shoot. Well, he just didn't know how to edit film. He just doesn't know how to edit film, and he's not very technically savvy. He barely could function. He could barely operate a computer. So I've been helping him out.
You got to take care of that and got to get it done for him so he could.
Yeah, he can't get it done without me because he doesn't even know what a render is, how to render video. Doesn't know the difference between 1080p and 4K video.
Okay.
I mean, I know I'm a tech, but I'm also I've had some training in college. I actually took 2 semesters of digital multimedia, so I do have some training when it comes to editing. I mean, I learned how to do video editing on Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere, but we're using iMovie. I might eventually buy Final Cut Pro because with Final Cut Pro, there's third-party filters that you can install with special effects, where with iMovie, you're just stuck with whatever special effects they give you. Right. iMovie's good for editing a basic movie, but if you want to do more advanced special effects, you need either Adobe After Effects, which I know how to use Adobe After Effects, or you need to use like Final Cut Pro.
I see.
So I might eventually do that.
Okay. What have you been up to date with any of the happenings on TV with the TV series and Flash and?
Well, I've seen the season finale of Flash, and I've seen the season finale of Supergirl. I didn't bother to watch Legends Tomorrow because I lost interest in that show a long time ago. And then the
Arrow, no?
I lost interest in that show with the first season.
Okay.
I've watched, like, the most recent Arrow episode I watched was the 4-night crossover, but that was only because it was critical to the story of Supergirl and Flash. So and then that was a good episode, and then I tried watching. They had Prometheus. I tried watching like the next episode after that, and I just didn't. Arrow just doesn't do it for me. He's like darky dark. there's like they're trying to. He doesn't seem like Green Arrow from the comics, and
Well,
that's
what about
why
this new thing, this Black Lightning series that's going to start? What do you think of that?
I'm not really that excited about it. He just seems like such a minor. I mean, in the comics, he's a very minor bit character. I don't even think he even had his own solo series. He was always a supporting character. I just don't think it's that big a deal.
What about the Punisher starting in November, I think, or the summer?
I started losing interest in Daredevil and Punisher. I saw a little bit of intro to Punisher and Daredevil. I mean, it was okay.
Right.
I mean, Daredevil tends to drag on a bit and seems to be, I don't know.
Are you going to see Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I'm going to go see Wonder Woman. I mean, it looks really good, and it's gotten good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I heard.
And like Beyond the Trailer gave it a good review, and several other reviewers on YouTube who got the privilege of seeing it early gave it good reviews.
Yeah.
I passed up Pirates of the Caribbean. I lost interest in that series a long time ago. It just seems so repetitive.
Okay. So now the next convention you're going to is what?
Probably E3 Expo.
E3. Okay.
Hopefully, I can get a press badge. You know, I usually never can get a press badge, but I have a way of getting in anyway. Usually, what I do is their press office is inside, and I'll say, "Hey, I need to apply for a press badge," and they have an on-site spot where you can apply on site, and then I usually go to their press office, and then they usually deny me because I don't have 10,000 subscribers. Right. And then I'm never.
Oh, I think we lost.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. All right, your bus is coming soon.
Daniel was calling me. Daniel. Oh wait. Yeah, hold on.
All right.
I got 8 minutes. I got 8 minutes. I could talk maybe.
Okay.
I could talk maybe another 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's the 4 bus. That's not the.
Okay.
That's not the bus that's not the bus I'm looking for.
Okay.
These are not the droids you're looking for. That's not the bus I'm looking for.
Are you excited about The Last Jedi?
I'm worried.
Worried.
I'm worried that it's gonna suck.
Oh, don't say that.
I've heard some other people worry about the same thing. I'm worried about Scargate. Have you heard about Scargate?
No.
Well, look up #Scargate. But basically, Scargate is there's a lot of Star Wars fans who are already angry because the director created.
Oh, they changed the scar, right?
They changed the scar. I mean, it creates a continuity error because I know you only see it for a second in The Force Awakens, but you clearly see that he's got a scar down the middle of his face, not crisscross. So it doesn't make sense. Did he use the Force to move his scar? You know, that's some awesome Force powers. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, why can't they just? If he thought it looked stupid, why don't they just simplify and have him wear the helmet again?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe he's badly scarred.
He has to have the helmet on. I don't know. I don't like it when he doesn't have the helmet on.
Well, apparently in this film, because they showed destroyed Kylo Ren helmet. Apparently in this film, he's not going to be wearing the helmet at all.
Just make a new helmet. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is.
I don't know. So that worries me. He's more like a emo Kylo Ren.
Dooku thing without the, I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Dooku. Dooku was pretty cool.
Yeah, but I like when they have masks.
He was kind of like Count Dracula as a Sith Lord. But the reason why I'm worried is I'm worried about this wishy-washy thing with Grey Jedi and the balance in the Force. I mean, they introduced it in Star Wars Rebels with the Bent 2, and they're continuing that storyline. This is something that George Lucas didn't approve of when he had control of Star Wars. There were Grey Jedi in Star Wars Legends, which is now known as, but you were lost if you were a Grey Jedi. That's why you were a Grey Jedi. Either you turned to the dark side or you turned to the light side. And if if the ideal situation is just everybody to be a great Jedi, and you're more powerful as a great Jedi because you have a balance between the dark and the light, then what's the point of the dark side? What's the point of being bad or good? You're just somewhere in the middle. That's really fucking boring.
Yeah.
I just kind of annoys me a bit. The Scar continuity error, and it's like J.J. Abrams is bad about continuity errors. I mean, he does it in Star Trek.
Yeah, but he's not has anything to do with this.
He did it in Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, Poe Dameron was supposed to die. That's the original draft of the script. But then he was so impressed with Oscar Isaac's performance, he's like, "Oh, I'll just write you in on the fly," which is fine. They just needed like one sentence of dialogue to explain how he survived being gobbled up by that sand monster when the TIE fighter crushed it. But that's a continuity error. You can look. Other people have criticized The Force Awakens for the same thing. It's an unnecessary continuity error, and so I worry about the quality of the story. Lawrence Kasdan did not co-write The Last Jedi. I think that's the reason why The Force Awakens didn't suck, was because it was co-written by Lawrence Kasdan, who had written the screenplay for Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
But I worry about, this whole balance of the Force, wishy-washy great Jedi, and then Luke Skywalker sounding like he's evil. Well, I'm, the Jedi must end.
We're going to talk about more details. Your bus is coming, I know. So I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, my bus is coming in 5 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna stop the cast. We're gonna talk off air. All right.
Sounds good.
Bye for now.